Hey y'all, it's close enough to December to go ahead and call this my December channel update. As I have for the last 2 years, it's time to put this channel on vacation for the holidays. What does that mean? That means basically starting from now until probably the first or second week of January, I will not be putting out a weekly video. I need to take that time that I normally spend recording, editing, closed captioning, and posting a video. I need to dedicate that time out in the shop getting some projects done. So what does that mean? That means there won't be a weekly video on this channel. Now, that leads me to subject number 2. I have said in the past that I wanted to start including some project videos in this channel. And the only way I can do that is to actually get out in the shop and do some projects. Problem is, the projects I'm going to be doing are Christmas gifts, which means they won't be able to be released until January after the gift giving has been done and I'm no longer ruining surprises. So, we can look for some project videos coming up in January. Now, I am not abandoning tutorial videos, but that leads me to subject number 3, and some of you don't want to hear this, I know, but it'll be okay, trust me. And that is, I'm going to be wrapping up bringing the CNC for the Absolute Beginner series to an end. Now, don't panic, beginners. I'm not abandoning you. But as I've said before, this video series was never meant to replace the Vectric tutorials. They were meant to augment the Vectric tutorials. I've always believed that the tutorial makers assume that you already know what you're doing. You just need help finding the tools in their software. I've always assumed that the viewer had never done anything like this before and just needed more help on the basics, like basic navigation and how to find your way around the software. Well, I've made a total of 15 videos in that series. And there was a 4-part mini-series on VCarving for the Absolute Beginner, as well as 11 parts in the software for the Absolute Beginner. And if you start with video number 1 and go through all 15 and practice those techniques and practice those methods, you should have enough working knowledge of the software to get into the Vectric tutorials and start learning the more advanced topics, methods, techniques from there. Not only that, there are a lot of things that I've been kind of ignoring, not on purpose, but I've been ignoring the actual CNC work outside. Everything you've seen, almost everything you've seen so far has been within the software. But I have yet to post anything about taking the G-code on the flash drive out, plugging it into the computer out there, and cutting a project. That's what I want to change. So I'm still going to be doing tutorials if I have something to add to the subject. But if you follow the Absolute Beginner series and practice those techniques and those methods, you should have enough working knowledge of the software to then start using the Vectric tutorials to get into the more advanced tool pathing and the more advanced vector creation and editing capabilities that are in Cut2D, VCarve, and Aspire. Now, again, I'm not going to completely abandon people. It's just that I don't think I have anything to add to any of the tutorials that Vectric has already spent the time to create. I haven't gone into bitmap tracing because I just don't have anything to add to that discussion. The Vectric tutorials are very good on the subject. I haven't done anything about stacked text because the Vectric tutorials already cover it very well. So take what I've put up on my channel and apply it to those Vectric tutorials, and you should be doing just fine. Okay? I just can't see any benefit in my remaking the Vectric tutorials in my voice. And that's all I would be doing. So, again, I'm not going to abandon you. There are some more topics that I am going to discuss in the Absolute Beginner series. It's just not going to be a weekly thing. Okay? The next topic I wanted to discuss is a podcast that I'm a part of. Some of you know, some of you have heard of it. Others have no idea what I'm talking about. This podcast is called Trampled Underfoot. It's Eloy Escojedo and I, just two guys talking about life, the universe, and everything. It has nothing to do with CNC. It has nothing to do with making things or woodworking. Maybe here and there. But we talk about pop culture, we talk about music, we talk about movies, we talk about food, toys, you name it. It's two guys who have spent their entire lives on completely opposite sides of the country, who have traveled here and there, who have done things and seen things. He's from a different generation than I am. He's from a different background than I am. He's grew up in a different decade that I grew up in. And we get together and we swap stories and compare and contrast our life experience. It's a lot of fun. And we have fun making it. So again, it's called the Trampled Underfoot Podcast. I'll put a link in the description box below to the Trampled Underfoot Podcast website where you can catch up on past episodes. And I'll put a link to the Trampled Underfoot YouTube channel where we post clips from the podcast as well as videos made specifically for the channel. Now, as I record this on Saturday, the 24th of November in 2018, we just yesterday posted our Black Friday video. That's not going to be on the podcast. It's strictly for YouTube only. Now, I'll put a link in the description to the YouTube channel, and I'll put a link up here in a card. I think it'll come in on this side. I'll put a link in that card and where you can go and check it out. We invite you to come on over, have a little bit of fun. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was this image right here and why those of you who subscribe to my channels suddenly found this image coming up in your subscription feed. That's because of a new feature that YouTube has incorporated for most channels, well, all channels over 100,000 subscribers, and are starting to pass out here and there to certain select few of smaller channels. And that's called the Community tab. When you clicked on that video, that image, you came over to something like this, where you saw that I had posted a still image, not a video, with the caption, it's a sneak peek for subscribers and folks who hit the notification bell. This picture will be the subject of this coming Sunday's video. Now, I posted this last week as I said up here in the caption, as a sneak peek of the project we were going to be working on. This Community tab up here is something that's new to YouTube. And what it is it's another way for me to interact with you. It's kind of sort of like the Facebook timeline in that I can post a picture and you can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and you can comment on the picture, as a couple of folks already have. Now, there are some pros and some cons to this feature. The pros are, as I say, it's a way for me to interact with you more. I can post a picture, I can post a poll, I can post a question, and you can chime in, give me your opinions, make a comment, tell me you like it, tell me you hate it, whatever. The cons are, number one, it's still pretty new. And as you can see here, I said something about folks who hit the notification bell. Well, that was wrong. You will not get a notification that I posted a picture. It will just come up in your standard subscription feed. When you, for instance, when you click your subscriptions feed over here, it'll come up over here with everything that the people you have subscribed to have posted. So I was wrong about the notification. You will not get a notification on it. Another con is, because it's new and because it is similar enough to, for instance, a Facebook timeline, there are going to be people who think of it as the same as their Facebook timeline. So what I'm getting at is, this kind of thing is open to abuse by the content creator, namely me. It would be very easy to pollute your subscription feed with a bunch of stuff from my community tab. I'm here to tell you right now that I will not do that. I'm not going to be posting pictures of what I had for lunch. I won't be posting pictures of my dog or my front yard or something I found at the big box store that I think you'll find is neat. I will not be doing that here. Those of you who follow me on Facebook know that I don't do that over there as well. But this will simply be used for things that are pertinent to the channel, that are important to the channel, and that I think you may be interested in seeing about the channel or a video. The easiest way to find it is when you go to my channel homepage and you see my banner, and if you're not a subscriber, you'll see my channel trailer here. If you are a subscriber, you will not see this channel trailer. You'll just see a list of my latest videos. But come over here under the banner, under my name, and you'll see Community. And that is where everything I post on the Community tab will be posted, to include any comments left on the image, the poll, my post, whichever it happens to be. So that explains why you suddenly saw a still picture in your subscription feed. And again, I'm not going to take advantage of this or abuse it. It'll only be things that I find important, because to be honest, I'm still learning it myself. Now, the last topic I wanted to discuss was the contact link over here at marklindsaycnc.com. When I close out each of my videos, this one included, I'll invite you to leave me a comment down in the comment section below. Or, if you'd rather not leave a public comment, come on over here to my website, marklindsaycnc.com, and click this Contact Us link. Now, the Contact Us link, you'll be asked for a name, email address, and then your message, then a reCAPTCHA to prove that you're not a spam bot. Spam bots are ignored in the order in which you receive. There is no way for you to attach a picture, a file, or anything like that to the message you send me. I will then reply to that message via normal email. When you get that reply email, that's when you can add a file, a picture, whatever. And we'll start corresponding via email. So just so you know how it works, you'll fill all this out. It'll send it to me via email. When I reply to you, reply to that email, and that's when you can attach a picture or what have you. It's just another way of interacting with me, of getting a hold of me if you're stuck or if you have a problem. Come to my website, marklindsaycnc.com, and click that Contact Us link. While you're over here, come on over to my shop. And you'll see I have some free CNC file downloads over here. The Spiral Tornado DXF file, the 8-inch corner clamp file, and the 8-ball that I used in a couple of my videos. And you'll also find a range of T-shirts, coffee mugs, etc. for the discerning Christmas shopper. And I have various styles, various colors, various sizes in both men's and ladies. So again, that's the shop over at marklindsaycnc.com. marklindsaycnc.com is sponsored by Harneal Media. They are the web design and web hosting company that specializes in websites for makers and the maker community. Harneal Media and I are both proud members of the Makers Media Network. So I know this was primarily a talking head video. I know folks are not much for talking head videos, but I hope you got something out of this. I look forward to coming back to work on the channel, and I look forward to getting some project videos up on the channel. If you'd like to follow along and check out some of these projects, or follow along with some of the tutorials I'm going to be doing down the road, I do hope you'll subscribe to my channel. But as always, whether you subscribe to this channel or not, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Sincerely, I mean that. I really do appreciate all the kind words, all the positive feedback I get, even the negative feedback I get. And, you know, I'm a big boy. I can take it. If you think I'm as messed up as a football bat, let me know. Again, I'd like to thank you very much for taking the time to watch this Talking Head video. Y'all have a safe, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you in 2019. Y'all take care.